With the jaw, just start by down the body. Just taking the jaw, bringing one foot forward, breathing in, all the way to the back, and breathing out. Just alternate the foot each time, breathing in. Breathing in. Yeah. Just bringing the jaw behind the back, the hands a little bit close together. I'm going to breathe in, stretching down with the hips. And breathing back out. Breathing in. Okay, just placing the jaw over the shoulders, lightly with the arms over the top, kind of with the hands here. I'm just going to coil with the body. The front arm is going to go higher than the back arm. You're going to breathe in as you go. And breathe in out. Let the breath lead the movement. Good. Okay. Now, from this same position, take the opposite hand, the right hand to the left foot. You're going to kind of coil down with the hip. In this case, breathe in here and breathe out as you go. Okay, now taking the jaw in both hands at the end, you're going to do circles. So, very similar. You take the right hand to the left foot. Here, as you reach, the jaw comes all the way over the back. Step back and I'm in the middle. Passing over the back as you go. Just get breathing out as you go down. Breathing in as you go. Breathing out. And then changing direction. Slowly coming back to neutral. Put the hands close together, the feet touching. You're going to breathe in, raise up onto the toes. You're going to come down, bring the jaw horizontal. Just stretching. This is breathing in, stretching up, staying on the toes. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, very similar to the start, but taking a very wide posture. You can breathe in, bring the jaw all the way over the back. And look at the back. Stretching into the hip. Back over. And breathing in. Right. Good wide posture. Breathing in. Good. Coming back to neutral. Good. Here's the jaw just in the middle. Just rolling with the wrist and the forearm. Changing side. Good. Alternating. Passing from hand. Change from underneath. On the arm. You're just extension out with the rolling out with the elbow. While maintaining the back down. I'll get strong extension out, strong extension down. Changing hand. Many time alternating. Coming to the center and extending. Good. Good. Just with one arm. Now finding a coil. Changing side. And now alternating hands each time. Coiling through the body. Last one. Work on the third of the jaw now. So not in the middle, just on the third. You're going to pass it over the elbow. Take, swing up, pass it over the elbow. So let it go over. Take the hand just to the elbow here. Take the jaw and allow it to swing through. So to the elbow, and then spark it through the allow the shoulder to really open. Okay, good. So we've got some basic thrusting movements. So we just start with ikamai. So just coming into posture here, left side, left foot forward. It's going to come through and thrust, and then rolling back. So each time coming in, 2 steps, and back. Thrusting in, coming back. Keep it slow, calm, and clear. Rolling back. Using the ground movement. Good. Changing side, so right side forward. Thrust, use the ground. Thrust, use the ground. Okay, good. And now, just practice changing sides now. So from here, left side, you thrust in. Now using the center of the jaw, bringing the feet together, you're going to change above the head and find the kamai. So thrusting here, bring the feet together, hands together, and then finding the back of the jaw. Yeah. So it goes like this. Yeah. So just change on the spot, facing the same direction. So here. Thrusting on the left, hands come together, feet come together, and then find the back. Thrust. Back. Thrust. Go ahead. Oh. Oh. Okay, so once you've got the kind of hands, feet coordinated, I think you can really get the feeling that it's the hips that draw the movement back. The hips press in, and then here the hips press back. Really, my feeling is the hips connect to the hands, and this is what pulls the joke back this way. So really try and emphasize the impulse to the feet, sends it to the hip, and then presses through this way. Yeah, so just get a feel for this kind of flow of the movement. This kind of feeling. Yeah, give it a try. So again, feet, feet flow over the weapon. Yeah. Great. Great. Good. Now this way transition and you're going to change direction. So like a Zengo ski here, transition into it. So down hands, come to the center and then change. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Really finding the back, pressing in. Finding the back, pressing in. Back, press. Yeah, give it a try. Zengo ski.
お願いします。
はい。あはい。はい。あはい。はい。はい。はい。Good. And now just freely mix these two ways of turning the jaw together. So you've got this way of taking this way, and you've got this way, rotating. So on the spot, all rotating. This way, yeah, give it a try. So just changing. Right.
お願いします。
Right. Hey. Oh. Oh. Nice. Okay, good. So we'll into Suburi again. We'll start with 1, 2, 3, as we did yesterday, and then we'll go to form 5. So starting with number 1 in Dojo. Basic. Here, pressing from the back foot, releasing the arm, twisting forward. Nice. Oh. Good. So again, in this one, it's kind of what we talked about yesterday. Really watch the first thing that moves. The tendency always is the arm goes, the hand goes, or the hand's already in a position where it wants to do it. So there's a kind of uneasiness in the hand. Really allow the back hand to be relaxed in this case. Once the hand and the arm's relaxed, if I can press from the foot, it will send the hand forward. So don't worry about the hand needing to come forward. Really relax it, let it go. Yeah, and then pressing from the foot, and then bringing the hand in. The hand will just follow the body, so just allow it to. As it comes here, the first thing that goes is the foot, pressing from the foot. Send it into the hip, and then the hand goes. Yeah, just really watch the very first thing that moves. The first part to go is really the foot. The first pressure comes in the foot, sends to the hand, and then go. Just work on that kind of structure. Right. Good. Really relax the arm. Yeah. Okay, good. So number 2, same position, jokamai. This time the hands coming over the top. Again, pressure from the ground, send it to the hand. So the hands come down in this case. Let the hand still slide through. So here. Yeah, kaishiski number 2. Yeah, in your own time. Go ahead. Nice. Oh. Hey.
finish, how wide is the grip?
In the hands, and basically, and just on the center line, and this hand's just on the shoulder, so just in line with my shoulder. Yeah. And the grip is that I can keep a natural arc of extension. What I don't want to do is be here, and I don't want to be here, where that my joint comes out. I want to keep a natural extension with the shoulder here. Yeah. And for me, it's this hand on the shoulder, just in line with the shoulder, and this hand just below the center line for me. So from here, that's that. And what I'm looking for is that kind of extension forward, this kind of movement, so that I can keep that. Kind of, yeah.
Thank you.
Go in. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Good. Okay, number 3. So we'll do again in 2 movements. So this time adjusting the foot. You're going to take thumb up this time. Thumb up at the top. Here, the forearm, and then stepping back. So Shido skis to the rear. Adjusting the hip. Pressing back. Pressing 2 movements. 1, adjust. 2, stepping back. Yeah, nice and solid in the end. Yeah, give it a try. Shido.
Mouse.
Shido to the rear. And
Michael.
Yeah.
You know the first move?
Yeah.
I don't need to move this one, I don't need to move anywhere. I can just go where I am. Do I need to move my back?
No, ideally.
I can do the cross like boom immediately without moving it. So do I really have to bring it forward?
In terms of the foot, I don't move the foot as well. What I don't do is move the foot.
I don't.
All I'm doing is rotating into it. See that?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So it's okay, right?
Yeah. Basically that's what I want. I want to do this basically where the foot just adjusts. That means
Okay.
it's really open. So if the hips really open, I can just adjust the foot.
Okay.
And then later, what you look for is you can do this in one move. So you just adjust and press through the foot.
Yeah. Okay.
What you want, and I don't want to move it in this.
Okay.
So keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
Yeah, and again for the hand, just again watch the impulse of the movement. Really watch your first movement. The overwhelming urge is to go with the hand and reach forward. As soon as I do this, I split the body. I start to split out. What I need to do is have the feeling of bringing the Joe to me. So I need to have the feeling that the Joe comes towards me. Now this hand doesn't reach out. It's a bit like this is like unbalancing. My phone rings and I go and reach for it like this. What I want to do is move towards it to do it. So it's a question of contact and balance. So when you do this, really have the sense of drawing the Joe into your structure here, and then pressing it out this way. So just really notice the balance, especially the first movement. This coming out of the body, or bringing the Joe to me, and then pressing it out from this position. So just really notice your balance. as you do this. That's it. Draw the jo into your system. Nice. So, okay, good. So we'll move on to 4. 4 and 5 are combination attacks. So they start with a ski and then you go to another movement. So number 4 is ski, gedan, gaishi. Gedan means low, and a gaishi means a kind of returning movement. So it's a low returning movement, or a low striking movement. So in this case, you start already in ski kamae. You thrust forward, and then from this position, I draw the jo back, all the way back. I end up in this position. Going to gedan position here. This hand's here just step in line with the shoulder. And this hand's just beyond the back hip. Now from here with the steps, rotating the hips, come forward and strike low for the knee. It goes like this. It goes ski, here, gedan, gaishi, with a step. Go ski, rolling back. This is a low strike to your partner's knee. Yeah, give it a try. 3 minutes. Ski, gedan, gaishi.
Onegaishimasu.
Hey. Oh. Oh. Nice. Okay, good. So the jo's a very interesting weapon because it's not bladed, because it's just a stick. What can happen is you get grabbed. It can get grabbed all the time. Boom. So it's a weapon that's very prone to being grabbed this way. So in a sense, this is a way to withdraw the jo. So I'm thrusting in and withdrawing it. So the withdrawal needs to have a sense of drawing it into my body to protect the jo. So in a sense, it's here from a sense of being extended, the weapon's exposed, of drawing it into the body. Okay, I'm kind of hiding the weapon and I'm preventing it from being grabbed. So in a sense, what I need to do is pull the tip first. So the tip needs to go. What I don't want to do is kind of adjust the hand first and then pull it back. This is too slow. You can try this in the dojo, or try with if you've got someone with you, try and ask them to grab it and really get them to try and grab it and see if you can pull it away from them. I do this in the dojo with people. So in a sense, what I need to do is move the jo from the backhand this way. Yeah? So it's a withdrawal movement to protect the jo, and it needs to come from the backhand this way. Yes, it's a very efficient, fast movement. So it's this. Yeah, there's hardly any movement in it, but the movement's going to come from the backhand and the hip. This way. Yeah, so just practice this kind of withdrawal. Thrust in, draw it back. Yeah, it's very efficient. Yeah, give it a try. The jo's kind of a strange weapon. practice withdrawing. That's it. Now, great. So in reality, there's really no coming from the front arm. So just really notice the difference between coming forward, pushing back with the front arm, and drawing with the back hand. Okay? The whole movement comes from the back arm this way. So if you really want to try, just do it with the back arm, no front hand, just drawing back with the hip. Yeah? This is only really possible if I connect to the ground, opening the back hip. The front hand just follows. So in this case, the front hand's just following, but it's not doing the movement. The whole movement comes from the back. So really get a sense, if you want to really try, from the back hand, just withdrawing it. From the back hand, withdrawing it. Yeah, through the system. Yeah. So the front arm does nothing, it just follows. That's it. Good. Nice, good. Okay, so we'll get some details with again. So withdrawing back. From this position, you're really going to coil into the front foot and open the arms out this way. This is really like opening a door. So this is really opening through forward. So the arms create an opening for the body to move through. So the arms open the space out, and then the body follows this way. So here, back, coiling from the body, and then coming forward. Yeah, just give that a try. So with the strike, it's really on coiling into the front foot and opening the body up. Keep going. Yeah, that's it. Nice, Catherine. Nice. Great. Great. Super duper. Nice. Yeah, actually, if everyone watches Thomas, watch Thomas. Sorry, I'm gonna spotlight you. Watch Thomas. Okay, do the movement.
TAKEMUSU AIKIDO Dortmund style.
With extra weight. With extra weight.
Good for the knees.
Good.
But safety first, huh? The helmet is on.
Good. Right. So what you want to do is maintain the extension in the spine. So as you go, the overwhelm tendency, because it's a low movement, is to crunch down into the movement with the spine. But really try and keep an extension in the vertical line. So from here, even though my legs are extending down, my arms are going down, but my spine stays extended. So really have a sense of extension through the spine. If Thomas loses that, this girl goes flying. She goes bye-bye. So really keep a vertical extension through the body, and allow the low strike to come from the knees. Oh. Great. So just try this as a kind of experiment. You can try this on your own. Hopefully you've got the space. This is really where the power comes from. You've got two hands on the jaw. Really try and find out where the power is actually coming from. So in this case, the power is coming from the back always. So in this case, the back arm, the one that's on the back of the jaw, is the one that's generating the power through the coil. Yeah. And the front arm again is just following and fixing at the end. Okay? But you can explore just with one arm, just play with the arm. The power is generated really from that hand. What it has is a lot of power, but it doesn't have any control really. So I have very little control, but I can generate a lot of power. This is why I need the second hand to control it. But I can't generate power really with the front hand, not in any significant way. But what I have is a lot of control. So try and blend the two hands together. You've got power and you've got control. And then they both come together in the end. Generate the power from the back. It's good. Wow. Oh. Good. That's it. Good. Yeah, super, Tom. Great. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Oh. Nice. Oh. Oh, okay, good. So we got to number 5. Ski Orangaishi. Number 4 is a low return. This time's a high. So this time is Orangaishi, which is you go ski. This time the hands come together above the head with a slight slide back. Rotate the jaw through, find the back, and then stepping forward. In this case, using the jaw like a ski in, sliding back, keeping the same foot forward, bring the hands above the head, rotating through the jaw, finding the back, and then stepping through with a curve. So ski, jodan, gaishi, uchi. So above the head, changing, striking down. Yeah, give it a try. Number 5, ski, jodan, gaishi, uchi.
お願いします。
お願いします。
はい。はい。はい。
Great.
Nice. Good. And in this case, again, in terms of the vertical, really try and maintain it through the movement. So make this a big clear movement. So the Joe's being raised above the head through the system, but try and avoid kind of crunching up this way. Yeah. Don't think of this. Don't just think of this in terms of a movement through the body. Don't think of it in terms of a block or a protection or any of these kind of things. Just starts to kind of distort the form. So just really focusing on a movement of raising the Joe through the system and then coiling through it this way. So think in terms of movements, not in this case in terms of function yet. So really have the sense of vertical extension through the crown of the head and coiling up the strike. Yeah? With a strong sense of the vertical.
Michael?
Yeah.
Is the idea when I'm being the vertical that I hang under the jaw, or is the idea more that I'm be upright and orientated vertical? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can actually think in terms of both. So
Yeah.
whichever really works for you. Yeah, in terms of this, you can have the sense of the body kind of hanging from the jaw down this way. Basically means that I'm not in the upper body. So but what you need to focus on is that the weight's underneath the weapon and not in a sense. Yeah, kind of what I'm not doing is kind of clinging onto the weapon for my balance. But I have a sense of really the jaw's kind of resting in the body. It's in a sense like this. And not kind of clinging onto it for my balance, but being underneath it in the ground. And from here, rotating through it. Yeah? So that sense, in a sense of, yeah, the Joe's really being supported by me and not the other way around. Hey. Oh. Good. Sense is really like a basic pattern for the number 5. 1, 2, 3, coming forward. If you want, really stick with that and really kind of fix it into the system. But if you like, you can also go to here. So this time, I'm kind of rolling back and rolling forward. In this case, what I'm looking for is a little bit more flexible connection with the weapon. So I still make the backwards movement, but I coil underneath as I go back. So now looking for a little bit more flexibility, coiling back, coiling forward. So keeping the basic form, making it flexible. Bending the body forward as it goes. Yeah, so you can practice between both levels. Really static, basic. Or more flexible. This way. You can explore both levels. Basic, static, with pauses. It's more yawadakai, more fluid. More flexible, sorry. More flexible. Ah. And if you go to this kind of flexible training, make sure or really just notice that you don't sacrifice the vertical again. So as you go, just be very careful of it kind of crunching as you go. This kind of pattern of movement. Keep the spine really free. So the spine's free to move. If the spine has a sense of, what I'm basically looking for is a kind of lightness through the top of the head. It's got this kind of quality. And the density from below. So really look in a sense that maintain the sense of lightness in the top, especially in the top of the spine. This kind of feeling. All the movement, all the power is being generated below. Yeah, just keep this sense of lightness, especially in the top of the spine. That's it. Good, good, good. Nice, Kira. Super. Good. So we'll just do these 5 as a set. So starting from number 1. Keep them calm and connected. All the time full. You're going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just repeat the set. Keep it calm, clear. If you lose the concentration at any point, just go back to number 1 and start the kind of set again. Keep it all connected, calm. Oh. Okay, good. And the last minute, these again the basic patterns. So don't view them really rigidly. They're there as a kind of teaching aid. And then what you can do is expand from them, and expand and kind of play within them. So always play within them. Don't just kind of take them as they are and learn them by rote in this kind of way. Learn them first like this, and then really play with them as well. So in this case, just start to explore them and expand them. Here. So playing with these kind of basic patterns, just start to open them out. You've got thrusting movements, striking movements like this, movements like this. Yeah. And just start to explore the movements. The idea is to get the movements into your system, not for you to kind of become the system rigidly. So try and expand the movements so that they become natural to you. So just open them out. You've got thrusting, here, shidoski, Kerengaishi. Just explore them. Hi. Hi. Nice. Super. Yeah, that's super. Nice. Okay, very good. So that's the set 1 to 5 that are all thrusting movements. Tomorrow we'll look at the next set, which goes into striking movements. The system's good in that when you finish number 5, it takes you to the next series. So number 5 ends with this striking movement. Yeah. And the next set all involve this movement. So the next set, the last in the set takes you to the next series. So this is a nice way the system's designed. So tomorrow we'll look at the striking moves. So from 6 to 10. Okay. I forgot to share the picture in the beginning. So I'm going to share it now. Hopefully you can see it. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can see it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Saito Sensei doing his weeding, gardening. Another gardening related picture.
Real nice.
Nice picture. Nice. Good. Okay.
Michael, looks like you bought a garden and you expect us to come and help you with it, huh?
Need some students, live-in students or something. I can feed you, but it's hard work.
Well, when we make it to Montreal, promise?
Yeah, for sure. The training's free. Okie dokie, we'll take a bow up with the joke. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
どうもありがとうございました。
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.